What's going on? This is My Life in the Shot. I'm your host, Donald Washington. What you're witnessing is a 6-year-old baby that got shot in the arm, hit a major artery. She is gonna make it. Another young man out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 16-year-old boy, was also shot. People sent me this story. Granted, I do stories out of Chicago, but they're like, hey, we doing bad all over the country. We ain't just doing bad in Chicago, New York, Baltimore. We doing bad in Philly. We doing bad everywhere in this country, collectively. People say, hey, I watch on Facebook people going back and forth about this, that, and the other. Here's what they doing to us. And I'm like, at this point, nobody got to do nothing to you. Just sit back and enjoy the show and watch you do it to yourselves. We are destroying ourselves at this point. Our ancestors fought and died for us. And this is the mother freaking thanks they get. This is how we repay them. This is our gratitude. This is the thanks we giving our ancestors for giving their lives and fighting the struggle they went through. This happened outside of Tony's Market in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Now, the weather out in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, year-round is just absolutely beautiful. What in the entire fudge do you have to fight about in Fort Lauderdale, Florida? It's beautiful. This is where it happened at Tony's Market. Sad part is, I Google shootings and I get just story after story. 9-year-old, 7-year-old, 9-year-old, 7-year-old, 3-year-old, 7, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4. You can't tell me we ain't in a state of emergency. Look at all this. I typed in 7-year-old. This is just what I get from 7-year-old kids shot. And this doesn't stop. That's just page 1. Jeez. This is page 1, people. This is another young baby that got shot. April 12th. What is this, April 13th? This just happened yesterday. I could bring you her story.
New at 5, we're hearing from the grandmother of a little girl who was shot in the chest in Northwest Charlotte last week. 7-year-old Ziana was playing outside when she got caught in the crossfire. The incident has led to renewed talks among community leaders seeking solutions for gun violence in Charlotte. Tonight, a stop.
Yeah, there's a sister that sends me stories out of Charlotte. Shout out to her. At this point, now, all right, so look, we got to go back to the basics. We got to talk solutions. We got to talk about how to get out this mess, because we in a mess, and it's life or death. At this point, everybody's saying, hey, just leave, and that's where I'm at too. We very far from solving any of this. At this point, if you got a young baby, you got to take your kids, pack up, and move to safety. You do. You got to get your kids somewhere safe. That's first thing we need to do. Second, group economics. Shop at the businesses in your community. I'm going to bring you guys partial of this particular story of the young baby who was 6 shot. Let me bring you this.
New details today after a 6-year-old girl and a 16-year-old boy who are hurt in a shooting in Fort Lauderdale. Surveillance video here you saw exclusively First on 10 shows people running for cover. Detectives believe several shooters were involved.
And more than 50 rounds fired from semi-automatic rifles and handguns. Local 10's Terrell Fournet is live in Fort Lauderdale with an update to this one. Terrell.
Well, the grandmother of the youngest victim of this shooting tells me that that 6-year-old girl continues to recover here in the hospital. She spent some time in surgery because one of the bullets that went through her arm ruptured a major artery. All of this after that wild and chaotic scene that was caught on video inside of that surveillance store where 3 people in total were caught in the crossfire. You see people scurrying for cover on this surveillance video from inside of a convenience I-95 near Sunrise Boulevard. Several cars were riddled with bullets and ultimately towed away from the scene. Detectives found dozens of shell casings on the ground and believe multiple guns and shooters were responsible for the crime, which also left a 16-year-old boy with a serious gunshot wound. Here, nurses met a car at the ER after someone drove the teen to the hospital. Today, bullet holes that pierced the store are still evident out front. Shattered glass and debris from the shooting itself and from what's being described as a large block party litter the ground near the store.
It's, you know, it's literally like taking candy from a baby, man. You can just sit back and we just finance our own oppression in every which way, shape, form, or fashion. We do. There's stories like this all over the country, every day. And I don't have any sympathy. See, when you go into any other neighborhoods, they watch you. They're trying to figure out who you are. And if there's somebody in their community committing havoc on their own, they turn them in. They throw you to the wolves. How dare you? These are traitors in our community. Why do we have sympathy for these traitors in our community? When I was young, I used to think stuff like that. Oh yeah, we doing this and shooting the bang bang and all this other crap was cool. Because the rappers were saying this is cool. But at this point, I don't have any sympathy for these knuckleheads. I don't. You're shooting and there's babies. There was 2 young babies. There was a little girl running in and a lady carrying a little girl. I don't have no sympathy. I hope, please, somebody needs to take you up in street justice. Because you are destroying your own community. These are traitors in our community. We got the code of no snitching because we got sympathy for them because we've known what they come from and the trauma they went through. But at this point, the only way to stop it is to understand that these people would get caught. And this would make the killers think twice, like, ooh, I ain't gonna pull the trigger because I'm gonna get caught if I do. If I shoot or shoot at these people, I'm gonna get caught. So now we in Chicago's less than 10% clearance rate on homicides. These kids are like, hey, I got away with 2 or 3, I might as well do 4 or 5. They're gonna keep going until they get caught. We don't understand that. So we keep our mouth shut. We like, shh, don't tell them. Everybody know who did it. But nobody wants to say nothing. Nobody's coming to save us either. Solutions, group economics, of course. You give violence a job. No place with high economics has high crime. The more money, the less crime. The less money, the more crime. These children are growing up without parents. That's a problem. Everybody says, oh, you can do it. How? This is where our state of our community is at. What else? We have to set up cameras outside everywhere. Turn these people in. Turn this video in. Survey your own block. And starts by block. If you start everybody, spend $60, get you a Ring doorbell camera. Let people know, hey, you walk on this block, I already got you on camera. You walk on the next block, got you there too. You're going to get caught. And people will say, it ain't worth it. I'm going to get caught. And we can see a drastic reduction of these babies getting shot. Anyway. Continue to send me stories. I'm going to try to get to all of them. Shout out to everybody sending me stories. I got this channel and the Donald Washington channel. I'm going to try to keep this one Chicago and the other one, everything else, we'll see. Hit that like button. hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this video. Anyway, make sure you guys like, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this video. Peace, peace.